Hello, this is one of those updates that is different from everything you have seen today, honestly speaking. And I need you to watch till the end because at the end of this video, you will understand something about Peter Obi that most people are not talking about. See, there are other sides of Peter Obi that you probably don't know, and that's for sure. He sat down for an interview on Symfoni and he talked about the 2027 coalition. He talked about Atiku and Kwankwaso. He reviewed the ADC Masterplan. But the question that everybody wants an answer to, if Atiku wins the primary today, will Peter Obi accept to be his vice president again, just like he did in 2019? Omo, his answer will surprise you. Let me give you the background first so everything makes sense. Right now inside ADC, the main opposition coalition, there are multiple people who want to be the presidential candidates for 2027. Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar, Kwankwaso, Amechi El-Rufai, all of them inside one party. All of them wanting the same ticket. Now, Atiku has already said publicly that if Peter Obi wins the primary, he's going to step aside for him because he has respect for him. And Peter Obi's camp has revealed that Kwankwaso has agreed to be Obi's running mate. So the picture is becoming clearer. But in this Symfoni interview, Peter Obi himself sat down and said things that fill in all the gaps. Take a listen.
You want to be the president of Nigeria, and you are from the southeast. And there are those who argue that, debatably, whether the southeast has been treated fairly or not since the end of the Civil War. What's your take on all of these arguments?
Well, you know, I'm one person who don't like to talk about the past. I've had people who say, oh, it's from the southeast, it's from this. First, let me tell you, these are the things we must stop. Issue of tribe, issue of religion, because no tribe buys bread cheaper. No religion buys bread cheaper. Everybody is suffering. We're all going through the same thing. And I said, people who bring in tribe are people who are not qualified. So when you ask them about their qualification, their competence, they introduce tribe as a means of getting to where they should not be. When you ask them about their qualification or competence, they bring in religion. I don't want to be voted because I'm from the southeast. I want people to vote for me because I'm competent. I want them to vote for me because I have the capacity and the compassion and commitment and the character to serve the nation. That's what I want to be voted for. However, it's also important that we unite the country where this should not be an issue. I've had people say things that happened in the 60s and everything. A nation that does not forgive, a nation that does not the future will not progress. Yesterday is gone. So we should focus on tomorrow because we can't change it. And for me, I've said it, I want to change Nigeria. And I'll start by uniting the country, ensuring that we love each other, we care for each other. That's why I said, what I'm going to do in the North will amaze everybody. And I'm doing it because we need the unity. I'm doing it because we need to be secured. I'm doing it because our economy is going to turn around by being productive from there. If you have one leadership that means well in Nigeria, people say, how can one person change it? Oh, it's not bad. But they read and say, in Singapore, Lim Kuan Yew did it. In India, this person did it. In India, one leader that means well can go a long way in turning around this ship that is sinking. Just one leader. It requires a leader, let me repeat it, a leader that is competent, a leader that has the capacity, compassion, commitment, and most important, the character. It's not a leader that goes and thinks, oh, when I get into office, I will change from fighting corruption, from reducing. When you talked about cost of governance, I tell you, I'll reduce it drastically. I've done it at sub-national level. And I'll do it at national level, and people will see it. So it's very simple. If I can manage 1 naira, I can manage 2 naira. This has to do with character. What people are telling you is that somebody telling you, oh, you can't fight corruption, can't fight corruption. It's not true. If you are not stealing, your wife is not, your children are not, reduce it by 50%. And I said, is it not me that will approve what they will steal? You have to put your own before you another person will add his own. I will be in charge. And I'll tell people that you can stop it. And if you do, to put you in jail. We must fight it head on. These are part of the problems we have that is destroying the entire system. But people say, oh, it's very difficult. The monster, corruption will fight back. It's not true. Fighting back is that you got involved. If you don't get involved, nobody will fight back. I was in Anambra for 8 years. Corruption didn't fight back because I was not taking. They didn't see me sharing land and taking my own before, because I have to take my own before another person will take his own. There's nothing wrong in being in different parties. In fact, that if anything, we've acted very well. Don't let people who manipulate you when it suits them. Just tell me where you have one tribe or zone where you just go there, everybody is in one side. They put all their hands together. That is nonsensical. We're doing the right thing. And let nobody think because our politics is transactional, that when you're not in government, you're actually a loser. And what they tell you is that because they are sharing what are you sharing? We're talking about creating a level playing field where people's talent can match up the opportunity. If you create it here, nobody cares who is president. We only care here because it is a transitional government where wealth sharing is what is going on. I'm going into government to create wealth. That's what I've done all my life.
Your Excellency, do you genuinely believe that Nigeria is reformable? And if yes is the answer, why do you think so?
Very easily reformable. There's nothing. Nigerians are actually so, I don't know how to put it, very talented, especially youth, very talented, hardworking, they're very energetic and ingenious. And now they're going to the wrong direction because of lack of opportunity, the correct opportunities that are there. There are people that can run. They're very entrepreneurial. I've seen some young people who might listen to, people come to me now and said, oh, this, you have a lot of youths around you who are rebellious, who are this, who are this. Listen, this energy, they're using now to rebel. This energy, they're now using in the wrong direction. I put it in the right direction. And they become stars. And they make money in the right way. I've seen people who are, they call them Yahoo voice. Yes, some of them are doing what is wrong, but I can tell you, that talent was the same talent India harnessed, and are today one in charge of technology. Go and lead major technological firms today in India. Put them, get them to know that they can make more money by doing the right things. That talent, you have it in our, of course, in our film industry, have it in our music industry, have it in the social media space. You can harness it and make it turn into something big. Hard corporations advertise it. If the economy goes up today, most of them who have huge following in social media will become advertisers of good products, making more money and everything. So they're no longer going to be worried. But when you don't create space, when you don't create opportunity, you create rebellion, you create insults, you create all of those things. These are things that are going to change.
Given what you've seen in your party, and then is there hope for democracy? And do you think the opposition is doing enough to checkmate the ruling government?
Well, let me tell you, the ruling government job is actually to encourage opposition. If I have opportunity tomorrow, you see how Nigerian opposition will work. It will be one of the strongest in the whole world because you need to encourage them. A leader must be a learner. A leader must be a listener. A leader must be ready to listen to bad news. And who is going to give you bad news? Who is going to tell you you're not doing well? It's opposition. So you must encourage it because you want to serve. So you want to listen to them. I want to a position where a Nigerian leader, a Nigerian president, a Nigerian governor, which I did when I was there, can invite, go around with the opposition. When I was governor, those who came after me, especially Dr. Chris Ngige, is still there. When I go to school tour, especially around his village, he's there before I come. We will greet. He will even tell me what the school is lacking. It's critical. He goes to my projects and says things are not going well. And I listen to him because he can criticize you. That's what opposition is all about. Opposition is not an enemy, it's a friend.
You have said that the ADC will definitely end the reign of President Bola Tinubu, win at the polls. That ADC will win at the polls.
Well, we are just saying, let's have a level playing field. There's nothing there.
Okay, the Labour Party said as much in 2023. What do you think?
No, and we won. I can show you today, as far as I'm concerned, I have run election for the office of the President of Nigeria and won. But the system decided otherwise. And they know it.
If you won in 2023, won in quotes, and then what is it now that Labour Party didn't do in 2023 that made the system to deny them that opportunity that you think ADC has learned and it will do in 2027?
I can't tell you that, yeah. The only thing I can tell you that given the opportunity, we will now win and they will be declared.
With Kwankwaso and many more big wigs joining the ADC, are you more confident that the ADC can prove that the current administration is beatable?
Well, you can see it. What we're trying to do in the coalition is to bring together competences, capacities, compassionate people who will be committed in turning around Nigeria. And people with diverse background, so that people can know. Because people will say, oh, but these people were there yesterday. Oh, these people were part of yesterday. Yes, they can be part of yesterday. And I've seen there's need to sacrifice, because if they don't do, you consume everybody.
I listened to some of the speeches at the ADC convention and comments from the bigwigs, including that of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, who said if he gets the ticket, this will be his last attempt at the presidency. If the delegates elect him as their presidential candidate and he decides to pick you as the running mate, will you accept?
Well, at this stage, we're not at that stage. Atiku, like I've always said, is my respected leader and my dear elder brother. And his statements, I will always say, is a statement of a leader. And you look at what he used, if. So we can't say what will happen about tomorrow. I can only tell you that I'm contesting the election for the office of the president.
Interestingly, all of you emphasize the fact that it should be more about the party and Nigerians than individuals.
That's it. Very important. Because we have people talk about power capture, get power, do this. What did they use it to do?
Do you sincerely believe that you are all resolved to follow any agreement reached after the primaries?
Well, again, you've asked a pertinent question. You accept what happens after it. If it's through transparent and a process that you can call fair and credible. I've said it before that I've left parties because I find the whole process transactional and the process, and this is critical. The process through people come into office is far more fundamental than what they do thereafter. You cannot jump into the house through the window and start cleaning the house and expect everybody to accept it. The process must be right. We have a clear process which says, if you want to contest office of president, this is the qualification. My qualification is out there for everybody to see. I'm campaigning based on that and everything. And I want to win the primary or the party select me based on transparent, verifiable process, which is worth its place in the democratic environment. Not just that I want, okay, whatever it is, I want to be candidate.
Your Excellency, jokingly, Nigerians say that the present administration even have SSA on Peter Obi. So from the present administration to INEC to party issues, the courts, the odds seem to be against their emergence as a candidate and president of Nigeria in 2027. On a scale of 1 to 10, can you rate your chances of being Nigeria's president in 2027?
Well, while I won't rate my chances, I can tell that what you're even saying, I'm going through worse experience than that. What is happening to me in Nigeria today cannot be described. I can't even tell it. Because you're looking to where people are probably the most investigated. They're killing all avenues in which you can make a living, deliberately so, ensuring that you're left with nothing. And again, doing lots of things to make life insecure for you. And above all, fighting to ensure that you do not emerge as a candidate of a party. For me, they're only making me stronger. Because I believe that I have to fight for the future of society. I do not wish anybody to go through what I'm going today. And for it, it's important for me to ensure that such a thing does not exist in a democratic space. Democracy must be something that the society is determined to bring about for their own development, to be able to enthrone government of the people, by the people, for the people.
In the face
what we have today is government, private government for some people, government as people, and government for some people. That cannot happen. We want to create a society.
Thank you for staying connected, and if you are yet to like this video, please do well to do that. It really helps us a lot. Now, let me break down the most important things you just heard. First, on the coalition, Peter Obi is not just hoping for unity, he's actively working for it. His team has been meeting with Kwankwaso's people regularly. The visit to Kano, the crowd that showed up, that is not accidental, honestly. That is the strategy. Second, on Atiku. Atiku has confirmed that this will be his last presidential race. He's 79 years old. He said he will step aside for any winner, including Peter Obi. Now, that is a significant shift from the Atiku we saw in 2023, who refused to step down for anybody. Third, and this is the part that matters most, the question of whether Obi will accept VP under Atiku if Atiku wins. His answer in that interview tells you everything. And this is what I want to ask you, because in 2023, the opposition had 3 strong candidates, Atiku, Kwankwaso, and Obi. They all ran separately, and Tinubu got 37% of the votes and won. Now, if those 3 had united, the combined numbers would have defeated Tinubu comfortably. Do you agree? Because that's what I thought. Now, they are talking about unity. They are in the same party, they are visiting each other. But talking about unity and actually surrendering ego for unity are 2 very different things. The ADC primary is scheduled for between April 23rd and May 30th, 2026. That is very soon. And by then, we will know if this coalition is real or if it was just for show. So I want you to know what you think. If Peter Obi wins the ADC primary, should Atiku accept to be his VP? And if Atiku wins, should Obi accept to be the VP or walk away? Drop your honest take in the comments. I beg, I want to see what you have to say about this thing, because deep down I know you have something to say. So that is the complete update. Peter Obi reviewed the ADC master plan. Atiku has said he will step aside for any winner. Kwankwaso camp says only Obi and Kwankwaso are free organic followers, and the ADC primary is coming in days. 2027 is not far, and the decision being made right now will determine whether Nigeria gets a real alternative or another divided opposition, and Tinubu and Easy win. So if this breakdown helped you understand what is really happening, hit that like button right now, subscribe and turn on notification. I post fresh updates daily, and don't forget to share this video. Thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video.